Hi Kevin.
Hi.
I'm Amber. I'm going to be the PAS working with you today. So I just want to hear from you. What brings you in today? Why do you think you're here?
My parents forced me to come. I've been having some diarrhea symptoms, some nausea and dizziness, a little dyspepsia, but it's really nothing that bad. They really just kind of forced me to be here.
Okay. So the symptoms aren't really bothering you as much, you would say?
Nah.
They're not inhibiting your
No.
daily quality of
No,
life?
it's not that bad.
Okay. So I see that your parents mentioned that the symptoms are intermittent. Can you tell me a little bit more about when they occur?
Well, so I'm on the baseball team at high school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a junior. And it's definitely a cool thing to chew tobacco on the team. And I guess it probably happens sometimes after I chew tobacco. I mean, the coach definitely doesn't like us doing that, and it's definitely forbidden. And I'm sure I would get in a lot of trouble if I was caught. But it's just a thing to do. All of the kids kind of you just have to do it. I mean, the professional athletes do it, and they're sick at baseball, so maybe that's a thing that happens.
Okay. So you are members on the team also?
Yeah.
So you guys all do it together?
Yeah, we always have batting practice every day. And so we'll just be in the outfield and everybody will just pack a lip and, kind of just hang out because you can't really see that we're chewing out there because we're far away in the outfield. And we'll just kind of hang out there.
Okay. Do any other members on your team have these symptoms too? Has anybody else complained?
I would never ask that.
Oh, you wouldn't ask them that? Okay. That's okay. All right. So where do you normally get this? Do you have somebody buy it for you?
Well, I mean, it's high school.
It's high school, so
you can just get anything.
You just share with different people?
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes, some people don't check IDs when you go into the store. Stuff like that, or somebody maybe older on the baseball team will get it.
Okay.
But I mean, it's not like we're smoking cigarettes out there. It's just chill. So.
Okay. And when you have the dyspepsia, diarrhea, nausea, and then the dizziness, have you ever tried to take anything to get rid of those symptoms?
No.
Nothing like Pepto-Bismol? Or
Nope.
Does it inhibit your normal eating?
No, not really. I mean, I'm sure when I have the dyspepsia, it's a little decreased appetite, but nothing major.
Okay. So I don't know if you're aware of this, but tobacco actually is more on the acidic side. So sometimes it can cause a little bit of heartburn. If people are sensitive to it, it can cause other symptoms like nausea or an upset stomach. Have you ever had any other types of foods that you felt like have done the same thing, like spicy foods or peppermint, anything like dark chocolate or chocolate?
Nope.
Nothing like this that have had these symptoms? Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want to tell me today?
I would just say that, do I have to actually? I mean, I don't think I would want to stop chewing tobacco because, it's high school. You have to do the cool thing that everybody else is doing. And if there's no way my parents could find out about this.
Okay, so
you're not going to tell them, right?
I mean, what happens between me and you is confidential. I would hope that we can maybe talk a little more about why exactly you feel like you have to chew it. So there are some long-term effects of chewing tobacco. So it's not the same as smoking, you're right. But chewing tobacco, actually tobacco in any form can cause some negative effects, whether they're long-term or short-term. So with smoking, I'm sure you're aware of what can happen, right? So you can develop lung cancer. Even smoking, you can develop mouth cancer. You have nicotine in the cigarettes, which is the addictive component. So with chewing tobacco, are you aware of any other things that could happen? Okay, so with tobacco, you can also have some long-term effects as well as short-term effects, mostly with the mouth, so it can lead to oral cancer, and then other problems involving the gums of the teeth. So I'd like to maybe talk to you about coming up with an alternative to the tobacco. So I know that you feel pressured, and I know that you feel like you have to do this because all of the members on your team do this, but not only because tobacco isn't that great for you, but because you're having these symptoms. Is there something else? Maybe your teammates don't even have to know, but is there something else like you might want to do instead of tobacco? Like, what about, have you thought about just chewing gum? Or
I mean, when you're growing up playing Little League, everybody has like even when you're playing Little League, I didn't even think about it, but there's this thing called Big League Chew, and it's literally just gum, but it's like in strips, like chew tobacco.
Okay.
And it comes in a different package, but it like literally says Big League Chew in big words, so I'm sure that you probably get made fun of, but like, they even send that message to little kids that chewing is the thing to do during baseball. So it's like, I really don't see how it's that bad,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And like, I mean, maybe I get the symptoms when because if we get caught, then, we're suspended. I cannot afford to get suspended because scouts are coming and all of that, so sometimes I might just swallow it just to like hide it.
Okay. So you swallow the chew.
So, sometimes.
How often
Why
is
that
sometimes? That's something we haven't talked about yet, so I just I didn't know. So how often would you say is sometimes?
I don't know, once or twice a week.
Okay. All right, so real fast, I just want to talk to you about pros and cons. And not even pros and cons and health-wise, but pros and cons as far as you're concerned with tobacco. So obviously a pro is it looks cool, right?
Definitely.
And then everyone does it.
Yep. Yeah, professional athletes do it.
And baseball players are supposed to do it. Men do it. Oh, men. Okay. Okay. Obviously cons, like we said. Long-term and short-term effects, such as mouth cancer. If you're actually also swallowing the chew, you're digesting it. You're not just spitting out the byproduct of what's in your mouth, so you're swallowing this. So that could be a main cause of actually why you're having these symptoms. Okay, so I also want to run through your normal diet with you and just see if maybe besides the tobacco, if there's anything else that could be a possible problem. Okay, so you wake up in the morning. What time do you normally get to school?
8-ish.
Okay, so we'll say like around 8 a.m. And then do you eat breakfast before school?
Yeah, I have about 3 bowls of cereal.
Okay. And what type of cereal?
Ooh, varies all the time. Frosted Flakes, Cheerios, the normal stuff.
Okay, so you don't have a preference?
Nah, no preference.
Okay. How long have you been eating 3 bowls of cereal for breakfast?
Since elementary school.
A long time. Okay, so that's for breakfast then? Do you drink any coffee, tea?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, that's for weirdos.
Okay. And then any snacks in between breakfast and lunch?
No, I am starving though during that time.
You're starving.
But you're in class and it's not like teachers are going to let you go eat. So
yeah.
School's tough.
What about during the day? Do you carry a water bottle around with you?
Nah, we're not really supposed to be carrying water bottles or anything with us. We have to leave everything in our locker. Kind of a hassle.
Okay, and then what about for lunch?
Lunch, my mom makes a nice lunch. So I'll have like a roast beef sandwich with cheese on some nice big fresh rolls with some chips. I'll have like one of those pecan swirls. Like, I know they're probably not the most healthy. I'll have like a fruit by the foot. I'll have maybe another bag of, I don't know, fruit snacks. There's like some other healthy stuff thrown in there. Is
this all, so all of these options you're giving me, they all come in one of your lunches?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's fine.
But I gotta load up because like I'm hungry all morning and then I gotta like survive for the next bunch of hours after lunch.
Yeah. And then obviously you said no snacks between lunch and dinner then, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So then dinner, what time do you say you get home?
After practice, maybe like 6, 7 o'clock.
Okay. And then what do you have for dinner? Does your mom make dinner every night?
Yeah, mom or pop. Yeah, awesome dinners, big dinners. Always potatoes.
Okay.
Always a lot of meat because there's 3 boys, and then my mom. So she has to cook a lot, or whoever cooks has to cook a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always vegetables thrown in there, like some broccoli, asparagus.
Do you like vegetables?
Yeah, it fills the stomach more, so I eat it.
Okay.
I know it's good for me, so.
And then what about dessert?
Usually some more cereal or ice cream with some Oreos. Usually my brother and I do rock, paper, scissors to see who makes that.
Okay. Do you have dessert every night? Is that a routine thing?
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely a routine.
Okay. Are you satisfied with your diet? During the day, do you feel like...
I don't know any better or worse. So.
Okay, that's totally fine. All right, so what I'm noticing is that, especially for lunch, there is a large amount of sugar. So as far as like the pecan swirl that you mentioned that you like, fruit by the foot, fruit snacks, all of those, the fruit by the foot and fruit snacks, they're all artificial sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe instead of having 2 of them, you could have 1 of them and then maybe supplement like.
But I mean, banana. I'm young.
You're young, definitely, but everything counts. So the body's not going to last forever. So I think right now I just want to try some differences and see if that helps out your symptoms. And then if it doesn't, you can always come back or you can call. If it does, just continue with it. So what I would say is try the gum instead of the tobacco. You don't have to tell your team members. You don't have to tell your parents that you were ever doing the tobacco. It has a lot of beneficial effects to your health if you were to stop chewing tobacco and then the gum instead of that. And then as far as, your meals, you're working it off during practice, maybe just watch the amount of dessert products you have a day. Because things like sugar, potatoes, meats, they're all pretty acidic, so they can also have effects of causing the dyspepsia. And if you're eating a lot of food, that can also cause dyspepsia as well. So I'm just going to say we'll try that, and then we'll follow up maybe in a couple weeks or a month, and then you can let me know how you're feeling.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right.
Thanks, Amber.